GitHub spam is out of control. I have no idea which direction this article is going to go. There's so many different places. I've definitely been getting a little more spam on GitHub than usual, but I'm curious what this is actually about. Spam is nothing new. Spam on GitHub is also not particularly new. Any site that accepts user-generated content will need to figure out how to prevent people from submitting spam, whether that is for scams, malicious software, or X-rated material. I've been getting tagged in crypto-related spam for the past 6 months or so. The past 24 hours I've been tagged in 2. Normally, these crypto scams on GitHub post and tag multiple people in it, and then almost immediately get deleted by the poster of the scam. It appears that this is a way to bypass spam filters, or at the very least, make it harder to report them. According to this post on GitHub's community org, the end user gets an email with the full post and spam. There's no easy way to report it since it's already deleted. These are the types of things people don't think about unless they've worked on safety. Like when I was at Twitch, safety was hard to do right. I know Twitch gets a lot of crap for having a lot of things on it, like spam and harassment. The thing you have to realize is there's a little window from when someone does something bad to when it's been consumed and how long that damage can be done for. So if somebody leaves a nasty comment or a spam comment on YouTube, comments get viewed for months, if not years after they were created. So if I get a spam comment and I don't delete it for like, I don't know, a week, I've still meaningfully detracted from the number of people who will see that spam comment. If I get a spam message on Twitch chat, it doesn't matter if I delete it in 5 seconds. The majority of people who would have seen it have already seen it in that window. This is interesting because GitHub has successfully engineered themselves into the best of both worlds. By the best, I mean the worst, because you have the immediacy of when the thing is posted, it immediately sends out an email, even if it's spam. And then you can't do anything about it after because it's gone already. Genius, GitHub. Great work finding a way to have the worst of both here. Anyways, the issue. Today was my lucky day. I got tagged in 2 scams, but one of them is still up. So let's take a look. Alt layer airdrop. I'll be honest, it's hard to tell the difference between a crypto scam and an actual crypto thing. This says a lot more about crypto than it does about me. Regardless, exciting news. Alt layer token set to launch on Binance. Oh boy. Winners and a bunch of random GitHub devs being tagged because they won. Nasty. I'm sure it's just a phishing link that steals your Binance or whatever. So you can see in the screenshot above, there's a copy and paste message from a seemingly auto-generated user and a bunch of real users tagged below as winners. The full pull request can be found here. Nice that you put an archive link because it should be gone. 1's in chat if you think the original link is still up. 2's in chat if you think it's actually been deleted properly. Looking 50-50. Let's take a look. It links to a different PR now. That's hilarious. That means that the way GitHub does PR deletions, like freeze the index, because this was GitHub README stats /pull/1. So when it got deleted and then eventually Dependabot opened a new PR on it instead, it stole the ID. That is pathetic. And that's so pathetic that somebody in chat, Jgold, who if you don't know, works at a very, very important company for me named Graphite, because they're working on GitHub, doing code reviews, stacking PRs, all the things I use, viable. He has assumptions in the product that can't happen, which is probably bad. Yeah, that is really bad. I love how every time something goes wrong on GitHub, we learn like 100 other things that are somehow worse. Somebody in chat just said that might be worse than the spam link, and arguably it is, because now this archive org link is going to point to something entirely different than what you will see on that page right now. That is... the amount of bad assumptions that are baked deep into GitHub's code is terrifying. Cool. So we have 3 captures. This is the new one. Failed to... Come on. And we go back to the 28th. Wait, are they just leaving the comment on the PR? Is the PR not opened maliciously? It's a comment on it. Yeah, it is a comment. Okay, never mind. We misread. I feel less bad now. Let's do a little experiment and search for the title of that comment on GitHub and see what we get. 274 pull requests that include it. Oh boy. That is 274 comments on pull requests and 545 comments on issues. Over 800 spam comments, 819 to be exact. To be fair, I saw a couple of false positives in the search, but very, very few, since it's a specific and long term we searched. Assuming that 95% are real, yeah, no, it's bad. The real kicker in all of those pull requests and issues that I could find is I could only find ones that were 24 hours or newer. The oldest I could find was only 18 hours ago. Clearly they are deleting these very aggressively because GitHub doesn't have a solution to this problem at the moment. Each post has up to 20 users tagged in it. I do not know if this is a GitHub imposed limit or if they might get flagged easier if they tag more than 20. Now that's 15,600 accounts tagged. So I was finishing the article, I found another set of these with Binance airdrop guide, which again, just a ton of people. Another 800 mentions. The interesting thing with this one is that some of these posts are over 1 month old. There are even 3 spam posts on one pull request, tagging 10 users each. That's a lot. And again, like this is just in 24 hours because they delete them so aggressively. So that's 15,600 instances of spam that GitHub failed to block in any meaningful way in less than 24 hours from one offender. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. You're lucky to hit 10 before you get banned on Twitch. So that's another 15,000 accounts tagged. We're at 30K accounts tagged so far. Let's look at who's doing the tagging. Here are these weird GitHub accounts. So let's see if these have been deleted yet. My guess is no, but hopefully. Oh, page not found. Yep, page not found. Cool. So it does seem like these have been deleted. They have similarities, like no profile picture. Couple years old, but no comments and no repos. They do have a repo. It's a one commit thing, usually of some open source software. Like one account had 4 repos of Laravel, and one had 1 repo of WordPress. I would argue this account should have been banned for different reasons, but to each their own. What the fuck? Yeah. Why is there no quick report button? Okay, yep. Whoever wrote this, I love you, because this is the right tone to address this level of safety and reporting failure. That's pathetic, that there is no quick report button. I'm going to die on a lot of hills right here, because this is, I feel this one deep. Twitter, a huge part of why Twitter went to shit was they made their report flow way harder. Their stated goal was to reduce noise in their reporting. The result was it went from 2 clicks to report spam to like 10. So I stopped reporting spam and just started banning people instead, or blocking them. If you make reporting too much friction, people stop reporting. They end up having worse experiences because there's more bad content on the platform and they churn. Having a report button that is very easily accessible is an essential part of building good product. It is so obvious so that it's, I don't know if I'm just biased. I worked in safety for 3+ years at Twitch, but it's actually comical to me how hard it is to do this. I'm going to pick a random person in chat to bully quick. We're going to go with Nick because I trust Nick. We're going to hit this. We're going to hit report, and we immediately have a call out. I want to report chat, whisper, a specific thing. We'll say I'm reporting his username. I have all these options. Say scam, next, one more option. And when I hit next, it submits. They made it real quick, real clear, real clean. Click spam. I could even from here usually say chat message, spam. Oh, is it 3 steps still? Still 3 steps. I wish it was a little smoother, way quicker overall than what they're describing here for GitHub. And for async content, it's even more important. This shouldn't be this hard, especially when there isn't a block button instead. Are you kidding? Absurd to me. This needs to be easy to do. So the process that they have now is you copy the link, you go to the user's profile, you click block and report, you click report abuse, new page. And we all know how long it takes to open a new page on GitHub. That's not going to be fast. You click, I want to report harmful cryptocurrency abuse. You click, I want to report suspicious cryptocurrency or mining content. And then you can paste the link and then you can submit. That's 7 different steps on 3 different pages with multiple modals and dropdowns. That's hilarious. Come on, GitHub. I also have the hot take of spam should have a 1-button report. I even think this on Twitch. Does it create noise? Yes. Can you filter the noise by indexing on people who have good reporting records? Also, yes. If the problem is you're getting too many reports, you need to do a better job filtering the reports. If you have users you've identified, when they report, the user gets banned a high percentage of the time, you can index on those reports more highly than those who don't have good records. We have the tools we need. We have the data we need to make 1-button spam report things viable. Why is it 7 steps across 3 pages to report spam on GitHub? It's like they don't even know this is possible on the platform. Oh, look at that. We're in agreement. Sorry, had to get this off my chest. It always seems like trust and safety UI UX things like this are given little time and thought because they're not cool, sexy, and flashy features that users see or care about most of the time until the spam starts. I agree. I wish safety tools got more attention. I cite this a lot, but I am really proud of what we built with ModView at Twitch because moderators on Twitch work their butts off to keep Twitch safe in the communities that they moderate, and they needed better tooling. So we went insane building them better tooling. This whole view is fully customizable. You can move any element from the sidebar to here, reorder, change what's where, hide things, remove things you don't like, resize, move things to your dock. We built this to be this crazy customizable and powerful because we recognize the need of good moderator tools. Without this, moderating on Twitch would suck. And I got to help form a team, literally was the first eng on the team that got to hire up the safety moderation tools team, which as far as I know is now like a 7-ish person group building these types of tools for creators and moderators. Because safety is not a first-class citizen. It should be a top priority for your business if you're making user-facing stuff. And it is infuriating to me this isn't the case. Anyways, the fix. So what can be done about this? What can GitHub do? I have a couple of simple ideas. I say simple because I realize that not only is user-generated content moderation an uphill battle, but doing it at scale adds another level of complexity to it all. If a user is posting multiple comments in a relatively short period of time, let's say a day, have some system settings that check to see if it's a 95% copy and paste to all their other issues. Okay, this could snag some real users who, say, use templates in their PRs or issues. This will also hurt a lot of bots that leave all sorts of useful comments about things like your CI. So you have to be real careful with this one. However, if it also tags a bunch of users, insta-ban for sure. As he says, fine, there must be some way to rate limit the account on a number of other factors in their past activity. They have no repos, no commits in any repos, or no profile picture, no bio, no SSH keys, etc. All they're doing is making comments. It's a lot of red flags. It's also a lot of bots. And bots on GitHub aren't necessarily bad. It's spam. I think this is a reporting problem more than anything. What he described here should be a reason to not email someone a comment, but I don't know if this is a reason to not let the comment exist. Another simple idea is to compare comments site-wide with each other. They are using the same heading, same body, same image, same links, and just checking who they are tagging. It's a pretty big red flag for me as well. Also, tagging 20 people, even 10, at a time can be a red flag. Maybe not once or twice, but if they do it multiple times and always to different users, this should trigger something to prevent them from posting. That I agree with. The tagging thing in particular should be pretty easy to track. Conclusion. With the rise of generative AI and ChatGPT being able to write endless variations of one spam template to bypass the similarity checks, moderation will continue to be an uphill battle. It most likely will get even harder. I am a bit surprised about GitHub seemingly lacking all ability to handle this sort of spam, though. I'm 100% sure that intelligent people are already working on this at GitHub, but it's clear they need a concrete plan moving forward. They need to put some real effort into it. Hell, train some AI to auto-filter or auto-rank comments before they get posted. If there are too many red flags, then hold those comments for human moderation before letting it be posted. Spam is nothing new, and I'm sure that spam on GitHub is nothing new either. But it seems to be getting worse, and the only thing getting better are the spammers. I have felt a huge surge in this type of thing. So I would say this has gotten a lot worse, and I haven't seen any meaningful improvements. Shout out to Dan Janes for writing this. It's actually one of the best articles I've read recently, and did a great job summarizing a very real problem. GitHub needs to get on top of this spam. I can't believe it is this bad. I do from my experience it was. It's probably my bad for never trying to report somebody, but seeing how painful it was to do just deeply irks me. And I hope this video and all of you in the comments help get GitHub to solve yet another problem. Spam is unacceptable and people will be scammed by these things. There will be developers who lose a lot of money if GitHub doesn't get on top of these things. And these things disproportionately hurt new developers and noobs compared to existing devs too. So GitHub, please get on this now. That's all I have to say. I'm going to go be pissed off somewhere else. See you guys in the next one. Peace, nerds.